Hello, today's video is about my go-to editing app on my Android device, which is Cyberlink PowerDirector. If you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button. So, PowerDirector, I think, is one of the most powerful video editor app today because you can do editing like that of a PC and desktop, and it's really easy to use. So even if you're not a techie person, you'll get a hang of it. So let's get started and quickly walk you through how to create edit video on your Android device using PowerDirector. So first, we'll create a new project. So we put a project name. So let's say Japan trip. And then you may select the aspect ratio if you want the video to be on landscape or portrait mode. So on my case, let's select the landscape mode and then hit on OK. On the right side, we have the export button, the settings, the undo button, and the play and pause button. And then on the left side, we have the back button, and then of course the import media button, and then the layers and effects. So now let's add a video footage from the import media button. So basically, on the import media button, you actually have several items you can add. You can add a video footage, a photo, and music. So on this case, let's add a video footage of my Japan trip. So let's probably select one of this clip. And before you actually add the clip to your timeline, you have the ability to actually check that clip, what's in that clip, to make sure that you're adding the correct video or footage. So just click on the play button so you can play the video clip you want to check. So once you're sure that's the clip you wanted to add, then you can just click on the plus sign, and once you click that plus sign, that will be added to the timeline. So you can scroll right, left to actually view the timeline of your video clip. So for me, this clip is too long, so we have different option available to. So if we click on the clip, we have several options here. We can edit a clip, we can also split the clip, and we can remove the clip on the timeline. So on this case, let's move this clip on where we want to split it. I want to split the clip. So click the clip and hit on the split button. So after hitting the split button, so if you notice, we now have two clips. So now let's try to edit. So editing the video footage, you have several available options here. So you can adjust the volume if you want it louder, or if you don't want to have any sound at all, you can remove the sounds. And then you can also either fade in or fade out the volume, or you can adjust the mixing of the on your timeline, on the layers and music. So aside from that, we also have here flip. So you can flip the video, or you can also reverse the video. So we don't want to do that, but at least you can see that there's a reverse option. So let's cancel that for the meantime. And then you can also adjust the speed of the video. So if you want the speed of this video to be twice as fast, then we can do that. So let's see, let's try the 2 times. So, and then we also have duplicate. So if we want this, if we want to edit this, but then we still want to retain the original, we can duplicate this clip here. So if you notice, there's another added clip here. So let's go back to editing. So we can also crop the clip. So you'll just have to pinch the video to crop the clip. And then we also have rotate. So if you have a video that is on portrait mode and you want to make it on landscape mode, then you may do so. And then we also have here skin smoother. So skin smoother is if you want the look of your video to be smoother. And then we also have here color correction option. So on the color correction, you have here several options to choose from. Some color effects, and then you can also adjust the brightness, contrast, and saturation specific to your preference. And then you can also adjust the color temperature and tint. So those are the available option you have when editing a video. So now if you want to add a layer, you can add several layers. You can add title, video over your video, and then image over your video, stickers over your video. So let's try the title. So you can choose how the title will look like on your video. So we have here several selections. So I usually just use this Unite. I think this is wedding secrets. So if you want to check out first that how it will look like on your video, then you can hit on play. So there you go. And then if you're sure that that's the type of format that you would like to see on your video, then just click on the plus sign to add it to your layer. So once it's added to the layer, you can click the text and you can actually design your title. So to design the title, just hit on the text and then click on the text and then change that. So on this case, let's try Japan trip. Okay, and then you can adjust the size of the text. So it looks like the text is so simple. So if you want to change the font of that title, then you may just click on the edit button and go to the title designer. So on the title designer, you have the option to change the font to your preferred, whatever your preference is. So let's try and check. Okay, so there. And then you can also make the font bold or italize. So it's up to you. And then if you wanted to put center, left, or right, and then what color you'd like to see. So you can change the color. So I want it to be purple, so then darker. So you can do that. So you also have an option to put a border to your text or title, but on my case, I don't want to put a border or to my title. So you also have the option to put in shadow to your title. So in this case, just click on the shadow. So we have here color of the shadow is black. So I'll change that to a bit of yellowish, and then adjust the color to make it lighter. So it looks like that the shadow is too far from the main title, and I want it to be the shadow to be near. So let's just select or adjust the distance of the shadow. So you can just select 0.5, and then if you want to fill in the shadow, then just click on the fill shadow. Okay, so there you go. We are able to update the title of this video. So here's our finished product. Okay, so now let's move on to aside from adding a title to the video, you can add image. So for instance, I want to add an overhead image to the left side. So let's try and add an image. So here I have here an image. So if we go back, so if you notice, if we play, the image is at the center. So I want it at the top right corner. So we can do that by clicking on the image under layers, and then we can adjust the image size to our preference, and then move the image to wherever or anywhere on the video that you prefer. So if you have your image and you want your own image there, you can do that, or you want your own video here, then you can also do that. So in this case, we can add the image. So this is our finished product. So we have there the image. Okay, and then this one, there's no sound because we adjust the speed. So usually and we remove the volume. So here this clip has a sound, so we can adjust the volume and remove the sound. And then if we want a music to our clip, then you can select, go back to the import media and go to the music, and then it's up to you and select the music you want to add. Okay, and then so there you go, that's the easy to cut the video to your preferred, or trim the video. It's easy to add layers, and also to add music and edit actually. So once you're done, you can now go to this export button and save the project. So if you want to edit it later on, then you can just save the project, so that when you want to edit it and update it, you have the ability to go back to your project. But then if you want to already publish it, then just click on the produce video. So when you produce the video, you can either save it to your gallery or SD card, share it on Facebook, YouTube, and also export it to the Cyberlink cloud. So I usually just save it on my gallery. So you have options here of video resolution. So I usually use or select Ultra HD 4K. And then here on the settings is where you can adjust the location of where you want to save the video, the edited video. So I usually just select standard and 30 frames per second and just save it internally, and just hit on OK and hit on the produce button. So that's it. I hope you like this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, and also comment what your suggestions and what you want to see on my vlogs, and what you would like me to share with you. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Just hit on the subscribe button. Till the next vlog. Bye!